Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Baldur's Gate 3 and our Honor Mode adventures with Mo and friends, where today we're facing the boss I'm most scared of in the entire playthrough. It's not down here though, not down in the Temple of Baal. We are going to Worm's Rock. Without too much faffing around, we find ourselves at Ansur's lair with a dead dragon that we need to re-dead as soon as possible. Kind of odd that he destroys himself and rebuilds himself. You think if you were rebuilding yourself, you'd make yourself a little less manky.
The dragon's spirit floods your mind and memory in a great torrent of power. He is with you. He is within you. He is you. The next words that spill from your mouth are not yours, but the worm's.
I am Ansur. Heart of the gate, butchered in flesh, risen in spirit.
What's going on in my mind this time?
Ansur wends his way through your mind like an unstoppable river. Your body is unmoving, yet thought flows effortlessly between you. The spirit pauses, and you feel the astral prism stir. Ansur senses the Emperor's presence within it.
Answer me, Facey. Why have you come?
I never shy away from a challenge.
A deep sigh resonates within you. The torrent stills, only disturbed by the dragon's next words.
Brack, my words aren't meant for you. They're meant for him.
The Emperor stirs in the astral prism, and in you, calm, curious, and detached.
Bolduran, your presence has stirred me, as it ever did. I am awakened.
Answer. It's been too long.
Bolduran? No. I don't believe it.
Called you Baldwin.
A name I once answered to. A name I did not expect to hear again. Least of all from the mouth of an old friend.
Friend. Yes. And more. Until you killed me. Have you come to dance on my bones, Bolduran? Was slaying me not satisfaction enough?
Satisfaction? No. You left me no choice.
You had every choice. You were becoming illithid. I offered you merciful death. You chose to fight. And now you bring your thrall before me. How far has the great Bolduran fallen?
Yeah, answer the question, Mind Flayer. We owe it to both of us.
Stillness. Ansur's consciousness hovers just above yours, searching, seeing.
Dear Answer.
Enough! I gave you everything, Bolduran. And you repaid me in slaughter. It is time I return the favor. I am the heart of the gate. I am the one who roars. Let my bones rise and the storms gather. Witness Bolduran. The final tempest has come. This time, you will not escape it.
And it's on. Big bugger he is. Legendary resistance, yep. Unrelenting storm. So the next time he'd be reduced to 0 hit points, he'll remain alive with 1 hit point, and then he'll do big moves that we don't like. Draconic Wrath. Use Lightning Breath on the next creature that attacks it, so probably don't want to attack it with anyone else standing nearby. Immune to poison, lightning, and basically immune to necrotic. Heavily resistant at the very least. And because of his hitbox, everyone is within range of an opportunity attack. Which is awful because I think his opportunity attacks might be like AoE based as well. So what's the play? Flying around him might at least prevent some of the opportunity attack. On some of the people. I should probably start by dashing with Mo. No, he is going to opportunity attack, I think. So let's see if we can't move over this way and draw the opportunity attack. No, we can't, because we can't even find a path. Okay. There we go. That proned Mo, as it happens, and did a lot of damage, but that's the opportunity attack out of the way. Good. So Karlach, would you like to come over here and start dealing with this Water Myrmidon? Because we don't want Water Myrmidons in the fight. Generally. They're probably a pain in the ass. Will, I'd probably like you to do the same, but maybe you want to go the other way towards the other one? Although, you're going to have trouble reaching anyone, aren't you? But getting away from Ansur is probably wise. Yeah, we can spend our crit on this lad, because we just want enemies down at this point. Now, Gale. You could also fly over here somewhere, perhaps. How do Water Myrmidons feel about fire? I imagine they're not that fussed. Yeah, they don't like cold though. Yeah, it didn't like that at all. So this Myrmidon is going to just go for Will and fail. Although he fell over. That one's also going to fail. And Ansur is going to use Lightning Breath to deal 40 damage to Will in a single turn. I don't like the damage we're taking already. So let's try and get these Myrmidons down, then see if we can't recover after that. Gale. That's much less damage than you did last time. Is there a reason for that? Ah, it's only wet for one turn, maybe. Or maybe it's no longer wet because Rare Frost is active? I'm not sure. Either way, we could have probably fired a firebolt at that one. Gale can move away though, because we want to keep the team spread out. Will. Yeah, smite, because we want to get this guy down sooner rather than later. It would provoke opportunity attacks if we were to flee. But I want Mo to get in there, and I don't want Arsene getting AoE'd by lightning, because I couldn't find any lightning elixirs anywhere. Which is a real shame, because that would have helped an awful lot. Now, we had to get up from a prone, didn't we? So that's why we haven't got much movement speed. Water Myrmidon is down. Mo's invisible. That's good. So you're not doing much of anything. You're going for Gale. You might hit Mo, actually. No, good. I did leave them far enough apart. We should get knocked on the butt slightly. Now, as for you, get dead. So, it's time to start working on Ansur. Has he got like resistance to weapon attacks? He probably has as well. No, he doesn't. Okay. Good, so we can actually deal damage to him. If we can hit him. We had a good chance to hit him there. And yet, here we are. Smack. What are you going to do? A lightning thing that didn't hit anyone else. Good. Oh, rage. I always forget rage. If there's ever a fight where we need it, it's probably this one. Now, Gale. You are kind of in opportunity attack reach, aren't you? So that probably means you're threatened and therefore not much chance of hitting with Firebolt. But once your Arcane Acuity's up a bit, then you'll have much more chance to hit things. Assuming it doesn't all get lost because of Lightning Storm attacks on your person. Now, you will reduce damage on people, won't you, because of your aura? Although I'm not seeing it anywhere in your list of abilities, but I'm sure you've got an aura that's supposed to reduce the magic damage of anyone who's within it. Reduce the amount they take from attacks, that is. But yeah, I'm not seeing it in your list. So we'll just assume that it's active. But either way, we probably want to keep you spread out for now. It's probably better to only have one person hit than to have a bunch of people hit and take half damage. So we'll keep firing arrows for now with you. They all missed, but it's the thought that counts. Now you've taken 19 damage. Ansur's buggered off again. What a prick. You can, in theory, hit with your bow, but potentially you can also get in there and just stab the bugger. So let's try it. Slightly higher odds to connect. And we did indeed connect. And she saved against the lightning breath, so we should be hitting him with Karlach first every turn, is what I'm gathering from this. And maybe that means we can afford to have two people in melee range simultaneously. Because if Karlach's going to save against his attacks, it's kind of like only one person getting hit. Should have probably turned off all in. But reckless attack counters it, so maybe it's fine. Although we're more likely to now get hit. But he hits with spell damage anyway, so maybe it's okay. Can we get within range? Low ground and out of normal range. Okay. What if we come up here? Are we still low ground? We did little pings. And then Gale. You've now got Arcane Acuity. So, you should be able to do decent damage. 99%. Wonderful. Yeah, that was decent damage. Lightning Breath on Will. Okay. He is getting a bit beaten. And now Gale is within range of trouble. Maybe if we come around this side of Ansur, Gale will be out of range. But maybe we can also get a sneak attack off, just because Gale's there. No, apparently we can't. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. We might want to do another of those big Scorching Rays. 90% even with the fact that we're threatened. So if we are threatened, yeah, if we move, we're provoking an opportunity attack, but apparently we're not threatening him because Karlach wasn't able to sneak attack. It's a bit lame. But there's some big damage. 324. We're getting close to halfway. 12% chance with a crossbow. Yeah, why not? It missed. I'm as shocked as you are. Now. Mo. Big smacks. Nice. Another big smack. Wonderful. He's below half health. That might be the point where he pops off. If it is the point where he pops off, then it won't really hurt to have Will within range as well. Let's give him a quick heal. Right. No, he's out of bonus action, so he can't use Healing Radiance. Okay. But he can use big old smites and whatnot. Oof, and it hit. Wasn't expecting that. Booming Blade? Okay, that's what I was expecting. Now, what you can do, Answer. Gathering power. We should take cover, probably. Gale. Could you make us some cover? Drop a little globe of invulnerability, perhaps? Bam. So, Gale is now immune to all damage. I think he's possibly immune. I'm not sure if Ansor's going to push us back, but I don't think so. I'm gambling on the fact that Ansor is not going to push us back, basically. We can still attack from within our globe. Karlach. Ooh, we got sneak attack off. Good. Missed with the booming blade, that's fine. Would you like to join us in the dome of safety? Mo. You are going to... Oh no, you're not going to lose rage, are you? Because you can still get your swings off. You did miss, though. Hopefully that's not going to cost you rage, because you did attack. You attacked an enemy. So, hopefully, that's fine. I'm not expecting a lot of damage on this turn. I'll take what I can get. As fine young cannibals would say. And we got a bit of damage off. So, if I'm correct, this is going to go fine. Good. Something has gone well there. We like this. Gale. Would you like to throw out some more Scorching Rays? A couple of them hit. I'm sure you threw out more than 2. But apparently not. Even the basic level 2 one uses 3 rays of fire. And you cast a level 4 one, so that should have been like 5 rays of fire, so I'm not sure why only 2 hit there. But he didn't respond with a Draconic Wrath, which is okay, I guess. Mo, can you hit from within the sphere? You can. For massive damage. Well done, Mo. You've done jolly well. Now, Karlach, can you stab him from within the sphere? You can. It's not a lot of damage, but you can. Will. Big smite. Oof. And it was a crit. Get wrecked, Answer. Blam. Okay, he's going to pop off again. I wasn't expecting to get him to pop off again before the sphere disappeared. But that's fine, because I gave Gale the ability to thingamajig, to cast a second one with his new arcane battery staff, so it's all good, really. So do your thing, Answer. There he goes. And his lightning bolts are doing their thing. Which is to say they're not doing much of anything. Now though, he's got 2 HP left. His lightning bolts are going to hit us. We could just attack him, but if we managed to somehow only do 1 damage, or we missed and he responded with a counterattack, that might not go down well. So maybe Gale should cast his second? Can he do that? Yeah, he can. Even though he doesn't have a level 6 spell slot left. Just doesn't need one. And then Mo, would you like to get the killing blow? Yes, you would.
What have you done?
Wonderful. Turns out that's not so bad when you're thoroughly prepared for it.
Ansor. I never thought I'd see him again.
How much more are you past, aren't you telling me about?
My past is past. I conceal nothing from you. I simply left out the details that were not pertinent to our cause. But it seems you are interested in them.
Well, not really. I was just being polite. Well, I was being impolite, but still.
Good. I am glad. We have enough to worry about in the present. 2 Netherstones remain in the hands of the Chosen. We must find them before we confront the Brain.
Yeah, whatevs. We'll get round to it after we pick up our cool new sword. Balduran's Giant Slayer. 15 to 25 damage. Double the damage from your strength modifier. And you get advantage on attack rolls against large, huge, or gargantuan creatures. And it's got a +3 enchantment. So we'd lose the healing. But we've got healing anyway with Aspects of the Stallion. And we'd get +10 on it rather than +5. It's a good sword for strong people. So I think Mo takes Balduran's. I will give the Sword of Chaos to, just to give him some extra healing. Now, Will has things to say.
I failed. The heart of the gate is dead. We need to see my father. He should know what happened with Ansur.
Maybe we're the heart of the gate now. You considered that, Will? Are we actually in a fit state to go and fight another boss right now? We've used up some of our highest spell slots on Gale, but is that the end of the world? Although thinking about it, there is another scrap between us and Gortash, so maybe we'll go and do that, because that's not a heroic scrap. It's just a regular everyday one. But it needs to be done. It's often quite a tricky one. But the Steel Watcher down, so maybe it's going to be alright. I think we'll also pick up some posh food, because we are running a bit short on supplies. Seems a shame to waste all this posh food, and it could be worth another rest or two. But now we've got some more violence to have. Now, what fun shall we engage in this place? We've got some grenades. Horrible little things. Unstable ballistics. This grenade will explode immediately when interacted with. And they come at the end of the turn, unfortunately, so I can't have fun and throw enemies onto the grenades. That's not going to work for us. We need to move our crew. And there will be more grenades thrown down, perhaps, when we move. So let's see. At least the enemies in here aren't all that. Geez, that bugger's nearly down already. So, how do we get said bugger down? Does Will fly over? Oh, there's another grenade. Okay. Come on, Will. Have you only got a 45% chance? I've not hexed it, have I? I'm a big idiot. Yes, I am. Be nice if I knew what the attack radius of those grenades was. But yeah, I failed to hex bind Will's weapon. So that's why he did nothing that turn. Now this bugger isn't going to last long, so let's just... Pete's sake. Why can no one hit this bugger anymore? Karlach did a great job and now you're all just blowing it. Mo, do you want to just finish the job then? Even Mo's missing. With a reckless attack. With advantage, Mo is missing. Okay, I think we're all out of range of grenades. And hopefully it was the incineration casters making that noise, and therefore they're not going to make it after this first turn. Dominate person? Level 5? We don't want that. Are we going to save against it? We'll give it a chance. We'll try and counterspell. I think we did successfully counterspell. But yeah, we don't want to be dominated. What are you up to? Trying to spook us. And shoving Will into a grenade. That's cheeky. That guy may have also just run into a grenade, and if he'd succeeded with his shove, he might have shoved Will back out of the grenade. So it's a shame that he didn't. But alas, on we go. So yeah, you do your thing. And then please shut up. Ah, you hit the grenade. Which then may have hit another grenade? I'm not sure. Either way, Will got messed up. And we've got a bit of peace and quiet now. And he can't cast that except outside of combat. So, Will's not going to be doing a whole lot with his weapon this fight. Might have to switch into bow. Just because I'm a big stupid idiot. Karlach, would you like to stab this bugger? You would. Thought you might. Now, what about these two? Are we in grenade-free territory here? It looks like it. So if we come up the middle of the ring, we might not have to worry about grenades. But Mo's also got a bugger who's right here, so... may as well smack it about. Could use rage this fight. Don't really need to, there's only like 4 humans left. Well, I say humans, at least one of them's a dwarf. Whatever. That's what I say. And you can have a bit of that. And one of those. Wonderful. You're going to try and dominate people again, maybe? But we're probably in stabbing range now. So we could break your concentration if we felt like it. Or we could just give you 4 waves of psionic backlash. But now you've dominated. What a prick. So you need to be messed with. Stat. And you've been goaded now, Karlach. So you can't actually attack the one I wanted you to attack. And you've cast web. What have you done that for? Oh, wait a minute. What happened to that guy? The one that dominated Mo? I'm not even going to ask. I'm just going to get on with my life. So, what's that going to look like? Flying over here, perhaps? Giving this guy a beatdown. Or trying to, anyway. Wonderful. We are out of range of that grenade, I think. Will most definitely is not. So you skip over here, my man. Oh, there is an incineration caster. that's trying to charge up and hit Mo. So yeah, she probably best move. Just to be on the safe side. Despite Camera's best efforts, she should be okay to fly somewhere. Nope. Camera's decided it wants to look at the back room. There we go. Well, at least we'll push someone onto the fire. Gale, you've been goaded. Oh, and you are within range, aren't you? What have you just done? Command? I gave you a level of Warlock, didn't I? Yeah, and yet I've barely used Command all playthrough because I keep forgetting about it. I'm just throwing fireballs everywhere. Alright, so yeah, you do that. Will got shoved again into a trap. We have one foe remaining. So Karlach, would you like to just bob over here, stab it in the ass, and then maybe give it a shove as well? Oops. Meant to move around. There we go. We failed the shove. But we're out of range probably of the caster. Will the caster just shut down if the fight ends? I hope so. Come on, crew. Good. I don't think anyone got too bashed up there. So that's cleared the way to Gortash. We like this. We should probably go back to camp now, though. Speak to the good Duke. Let's just check the old quest log, see what's going down. Yeah, we can't really speak with Lae'zel right now. Yeah, our goals basically Gortash, Orin, Netherbrain, end. And that's great. Oh, we might be able to long rest in here. Yeah, we need to leave Worm's Rock once again. Can we open the door at this end? Is there a lever? Or similar? Did I ask this question earlier in the playthrough? These are all questions that could be answered with either yes or no. Can't say for sure. So, just going to do what we did before and head back into Baldur's Gate. Now, Will, before I forget, do your thing. There we go. His weapon is hexed. All is well. Now, where do we leave your father? You'd think he'd be stood next to you somewhere. But he isn't. He's a standoffish man. I assume he is in here somewhere. Oh, there he is. He's hiding. He's hiding behind that folding screen. So maybe we should have folded it first. But alas, it doesn't give us the opportunity. Only to move it. Anyway, Ulder.
The Absolute's voice is gone, but I still hear its echoes. Reflections of reflections.
We bested an undead dragon, you know.
I failed, Father. The worm is fallen.
A terrible fate for Ansur, my son. Yet my hopes for the city's future have never been higher.
I don't understand.
You and your allies slayed the undead terror that was once the Great Ansur. You are stronger than even the Great Worm.
Yeah, we are.
You will be the one to part the storms and lead the people through. You, not Ansur, are the savior we need. First, you will fell the Absolute. Then we will rebuild Baldur's Gate. We will take back our city together. I will name you Baldur's Gate's newest Grand Duke of the Council. You will be hailed Heart of the Gate.
Grand Duke. I look the part of a fiend.
I will tell the citizens and the patriarchs of your good works. They will know you carry your father's banner.
Uncertainty fills the air. Will has reached a fork in his path. In which direction will he travel?
I think you should do it, Will. Your dad's not going to be around forever, and Baldur's Gate is going to need some sort of hero. Become the Grand Duke. Imagine the power that you'll wield.
Will? Courage, insight, strategy, justice. These were the lessons my father taught me. Baldur's Gate is my home, and I am its servant. I will be relentless in my pursuit of the greatest good.
I will sooner die by Mazora's hand than let her endanger the city. I'll figure out a way.
The Blade of Frontiers is no more. I will be Will Ravengard, son of Ulder, proud Duke of Baldur's Gate.
My son. Together there is no army we cannot conquer, and no wrong we cannot right. Hail, Duke Will Ravengard!
Hail!
Duke Will Ravengard!
Will's courage and enthusiasm warms the air. With him at your side, the road ahead doesn't look so insurmountable.
Wonderful. Will's going to be a duke. I've never taken that path before. I've always gone for Blade of Frontiers. But just this once, Will can be a duke and defend his city. I mean, that's how he got his warlock powers in the first place, is he was defending the city.
God, I don't get paid enough. What?
Food.
Enjoy your night.
They're one of my favourite characters in the game. Unseen culinary specialist. I've worked in retail before. I understand them to some extent. And it didn't take too long to decide Will's fate there in that little chat. So maybe, just maybe, we do have time to go back to Worm's Rock one final time and punch Enver Gortash in his stupid face.
Well, well. You making a curtsy out of me yet, Grand Duke Will Ravengard?
Ah, forget the curtsy. I'd rather a cheap brown ale and a hunk of fresh venison. You in?
You're speaking my language.
What are your plans once you're instated as a Grand Duke, Will?
If I'm to be a Grand Duke, I've got to greet the people and gain their trust. First, we mourn. We bow our heads for the fallen and honor them by pledging peace. Next, we heal the city. We restore our broken buildings stone by stone. We restore faith in each other, one good turn at a time. Then we open the gates to the refugees, restore diplomatic ties. Baldur's Gate will again be the jewel of the coast. But let's leave those matters to the future. Right now, I've got a hankering for some gourmet grub. You hunt the meat, I'll scrounge up the ale. Prepare your belly for a roast a la Ravengard. Let's hope Gale doesn't take offense if I assume cooking duties, just the once.
He's right there, Will. But I'm sure you won't mind this one time. But first we've got another big bad to best. We've got plenty of time for venison later. Now that we can all fly, coming out this way should be just fine and dandy. There's no steel watch friends to worry about. I'm pretty certain I've taken down all the machinery in this room. So we could just march in now and deal with Gortash. He does have some friends lying around. Literally, in the case of that Steel Watcher, that's not coming back. So what's the play? We could lure him out here. Karlach probably wants to have a word with him though, so maybe we should allow that to take place first.
This city is mine!
Okay, no. He lacks dialogue. Dang. He's doing damage. And he's put some sort of globe on himself. The Shell of Resistance. Immunity to thunder damage, resistant to physical and elemental, extra bonus action, extra movement speed. Okay. But he doesn't really have any legendary stuff. I guess he's relying on his machinery and whatnot. That bugger's got the Reflecto Guard. Any projectile fired at them is returned. Okay, we don't care for that. That bugger's just hiding behind a pillar. Maybe we just pull back. Let them come to us. Mo, you stand out of sight, maybe? Will? You two can stand out of sight. now that you've got your weapon hexed, it will deal 13 to 31 damage. Gore blimey, governor. And then he's got resistance to damage, hasn't he? But that doesn't mean he's immune to it. And we could crit him, but we won't whilst he's got his little shield up. We did 1 damage. So it looks like he's immune to fire damage as well, even though it doesn't specifically say that he should be. Maybe he's just naturally immune to fire damage? That seems a bit odd. Anyway, come along, Bay Knights. Did I just say that one was called Jackbox? Jacksbox. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Now, you there. You reflect projectiles. Swords are not projectiles, so we're going to ruin your day in a minute.
You chose to suffer. You chose to die.
Yeah, good job, Enver. Oh, he's not immune to anything now. He's still quite resistant to thunder. That's fine. Should we deal with his associates first? I think we might. Let's get a temporary HP back. Oof. Yeah, this associate's not going to last long. Dang. Get the job done, Mo. Nice one.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
Now, Will, do you want to sneak in and get the job done on the other one? Yes, is the answer. You want to do lots of damage. Good. You do risk an opportunity attack if you try and scuttle away. But you've got a bonus action. Dang it. Crit miss makes me sad. So Karlach, you two could pop in and deal with this one. Don't need to use up a crit. Now, it would probably be thematically appropriate for you to start attacking Gortash himself. But you're also something of a professional at this point. So let's go for his friend instead. And then let's risk an opportunity attack on the way back if we can. Whee. Gale. Guess who doesn't have fire resistance anymore? It's Knobhead over there. Nice. Get that arcane acuity up. So we're left with 2 Bay Knights and a Gortash. Dominate person again. I'm not impressed. It's level 5, isn't it? Yeah, we learnt that earlier. So let's just counter spell. We're doing good damage with those psionic backlashes. Now, Jackbox has done very little with their turn.
From your ashes, Baldur's Gate will be reborn.
He's found a spot where he can hit 2 of our crew at once again. The awful wretch. Mo is going to need a reckless attack if she wants to connect here, I think. And she does. Her odds still aren't great, even with reckless attack. And yet here she is, getting jobs done. Like a hero. Oof. Damn, Mo. 22. We could risk an opportunity attack, but we could just go in with Will, kill the fucker, and then scuttle away. And then there will be no opportunity attack when Mo scuttles away. Now, Karlach, this is the moment you've been waiting for. You are blinded, though. You stab up this man. And then maybe move around him a bit. He's pretty much always going to have the opportunity to hit someone with his dazzling beams. Hit two people, I mean. Oh, there we go. He's done his thing. He summoned the manifestation of tyranny. Immune to force, poison, and psychic. Are we that worried? Or do we just keep killing Gortash? Immediately after being struck, he can brand his attacker, which puts Tyrant's curse on them. Bane's fist will fall at the end of their next turn unless the curse is removed, dealing damage to them and giving nearby targets Tyrant's edict. How far down do these nesting tooltips go? Basically, it's bad. Don't let it happen. Oh, there's a whole bunch of those little construct dudes. Are we worried about them, or do we just focus fire on our man here? Maybe we just try and get him down as quickly as possible. Immune to fire damage? What the heck? Oh, and he's being followed. We don't like that. Why are you immune to fire damage all of a sudden? Is that something I missed? Might well be. And I've just used up my level 6 slot, so... I could get it back though, couldn't I? Oh no, I can go up to level 5. Because you're now going to get poked, it seems. And you can't now cast an aura of resistance or anything. Oh well. Let's let these things do whatever they want, I suppose.
You will not take this city.
And we'll just do what we can. Now he's going to curse. Tyrant's Binding does what exactly? Halves movement speed. Change still present, 64 damage. That seems awful. Let's do what we can about that. Looks as though it might have still connected. So what's the plan? I think the plan is we march in and smack Gortash in his ridiculous face. Good, we break his concentration. That's a good start. He's pretty vulnerable to getting smacked about, it seems. Have some of that. Okay, so his temporary HP is gone. We're burning him down. He's still immune to fire damage though, which is sad times for everyone. Will. You could cast Remove Curse on Karlach. We can't stop both of them from getting cursed though, can we? We can take off one curse. I'm wondering if it would have just been better to attack him, but I'm not sure. No, Gale. So he's immune to fire, so what are we doing? He's immune to force as well. We can throw down a Sleet Storm just for the fun of it. Just in case he wants to concentrate on his bindings once again. Although that fist is now going to fall. And that's broken our concentration. Yeah, of course it has. So, a closed fist of Bane. That hangs in the air for a round. We could try and counter it. Looks like we might have failed. So, shall we just biff him again? Yeah, we will. Now he's giving us another curse. That's fine, we'll just smack him some more. I'm not terribly worried about how this is going. Oh my god, 61 damage. Go on, Karlach. That's the stuff. And she fell over. But it's the thought that counts, and then I just accidentally ended Will's turn. I'm glad you can just undo that. Now, how would you feel about Smite? You wouldn't like it? Okay. Good job, Will. Bane's fist is still set to fall, it seems. Now Will's fallen over. Stop pointing at me, Bane. I've finished the job. Okay. Mo got fisted. But we've all survived. That would have been cheap if we'd lost that fight because of a post-fight fisting.
So Gortash is nothing more than a pile of flesh? Same as the rest of us.
He's dead now. You've won.
I don't feel like I've won. All I feel is tired. Is that it then? Killed the bastard who ruined my life, and now I crawl into a corner and die? Am I fucking missing something?
What do you mean?
It makes no sense. None of it means anything. He's dead. And he's no fucking sorrier now than he was before. What was the point? I'm still dying. I'm dying. I'm going to die.
But you're not dead yet. I'm here with you, and I will be until the very end.
Don't say that. Say you found some way to fix me. That now Gortash is dead, I'll get my heart back. My heart. It was mine. And they took it. I'm going to be as dead as Gortash any day now. Any moment. And what then? Off to the City of Judgment to waste into oblivion? Into the dirt to get eaten by maggots? Is that it for me? Is that fucking all? And you'll just keep going, won't you? Watching the stars, warming your hands on the campfire, dancing, eating, making fucking love all night. All of it, all of it! That's my reward for everything I suffered. That's why I survived 10 years of torment. The fighting, the clawing, the loneliness, the fucking loneliness. All of it so I could rot. Because the person I trusted the most gave me away to the devil. It isn't fair. I don't want it like this.
Let it out. It's about time.
I don't want to die. I want to live. I want to stay. What the fuck am I supposed to do now?
Honestly, I don't know. But whatever it is, I think we're meant to do it together.
Let's get out of here. I've always hated this place. Stupid fucking gigantic bridge or whatever. I think I need to go to camp for a while. Be alone. Scream at the sky. You can come and find me later if you want to. Thanks for listening. For existing. Love you.
Love you too, babes. So Karlach's off to camp. We'll just pick over Gortash's body while we got a chance. Get the Cloth of Authority. And a crossbow that we're probably not going to use. Some boots and a glove.
Howling like a great wind through a canyon. It engulfs your mind, drowns your senses. Above the hell rises a screech, gleeful and maniacal. It is the way and the truth. Absolute.
Leave them alone.
The screech quiets, the howl fades. Your mind is hollow, save one lone voice.
Bane's chosen has fallen. His netherstone is yours. You have done well.
Yep, and we'll do even better next time. But until next time, the three of us will say thank you very much for watching. We will see you soon.